Hello guys, back again in Comic Book Cafe, and today we are talking about Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. Now, again, Edge of Spider-Verse is kind of interesting because they're introducing new Spider-Man, different realities of Spider-Man into the Marvel comic book universe, in the sense that you're getting to know about them. Who knows what the ultimate goal is with all these Spider-Men, or Spider-Women, what they plan on doing with all of them. Is it just an introduction for now, or they just kind of see what sticks, I guess. So in this case, the Spider-Man we're talking about is Mr. Aaron Aikmen. And what Aaron Aikmen did was he basically, I guess, took DNA from the clone of Spider-Man, did some stuff with it, ended up experimenting on himself, and voila, he became Spider-Man in a sense. Except in this case, his suit's all kind of like metal. It's very different looking for Spider-Man. And so in this case, the story is much different. Now this was, of course, Dustin Weaver had a lot to do with this book, kind of a rising star in the Marvel world. And it's interesting because in this case, the villains are not the guys you know. The villains Red Eye, and one called, was it Naahmurah? It's Naahmurah. Now, so Spider-Man is basically a doctor, and I guess he's not the most personal doctor in the world and everything else. And he has, of course, a girlfriend, which ironically was somebody he saved, and her and her daughter. Now her daughter had some obviously serious health issues and everything else, and I guess Aaron trying to save her, but ultimately this mysterious villain keeps showing up. And the story, again, I don't know what this book was. Did I like it as much because it was just a new universe and something different for Spider-Man? Then if this had went on for longer, like multiple books, would I still like this, or do I like it because of the actual story? Because again, sometimes something new and different to take on something you like actually can be very entertaining for you. So, but in this case, okay, so Aaron's the new Spider-Man, but him and his girlfriend are kind of like not really together right now, so he can focus on Spider-Man more, and he runs into these villains. To make a long story short, ultimately, you find out that the villain is actually the girlfriend's daughter. That the mother did something because she wanted to treat her daughter with something I was making, and woke her daughter up and gave it to her daughter, and her daughter turned into this. Obviously, it's no longer her daughter; it's something who's taking control of her daughter, and so that's basically the book. I mean, that the girlfriend who literally is the mother of her, realizes, hey, you know what, I was wrong, because it was weird, because okay, this mother is more a weak character, because as soon as the girl wakes up, her daughter wakes up, and then it's the evil thing. She does what it tells her to do. So a rather different take on Spider-Man overall. Wasn't a wholly bad book. It was very different, very imaginative. It wasn't like, well, here's a new Spider-Man, but he's fighting the villains. These were different villains. But overall, I found this book very entertaining because it was so different. It was not following the same blueprint. This is not like, okay, here's a new Peter Parker, slightly different, or a clone of Peter Parker. Though they did use the clone DNA, though they never did explain like where Peter Parker was in this world. They just explained he used the clone of Peter Parker DNA. They didn't explain where Peter Parker was or what happened to him. Why there's not a Spider-Man of Peter Parker. But ultimately, again, an interesting start off with the daughter was the bad person, and that's the left. There was no conclusion. You didn't find out. Spider-Man's battle with her didn't happen. Maybe it'll continue in the next book. I don't know. But anyway, it was an entertaining book. So, what did you think of Edge of Spider-Verse 3? The way this new Spider-Man, this more metal Spider-Man, who's not Peter Parker. Did you like it? Not like it? Love to hear you guys' opinions like always. I'll talk to you guys later.